In the quiet highlands of Nyeri, a place known for its serene mornings and calm streets, there once lurked a name whispered in fear. Elias Karithi, better known as Sniper. A man whose reputation grew so dark, so unpredictable, that even seasoned officers described him as a ghost who walked in daylight. But how did a young man from a peaceful town rise to become one of Nyeri's most feared criminals? And what shocking chain of events finally brought his reign to a dramatic end? Today we uncover the downfall of Sniper, a story filled with bold robberies, betrayal, street justice, and the final moment that changed Nyeri forever. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. This documentary unveils details many never knew. Nyeri, a county celebrated for its rolling hills, coffee farms, and quiet town life, rarely makes headlines for organized crime. Which is why the rise of Elias Karithi, a street-hardened criminal who adopted the alias Sniper, shocked residents and authorities alike. His story began like many others. Modest upbringing, average schooling, nothing unusual. But somewhere along the line, his life veered sharply off course, turning into a tale of fear, defiance, and a violent end that still echoes across Nyeri. To understand Sniper's downfall, one must first understand his ascent. Those who knew him in his early years described him as a quiet, observant young man, often misunderstood and sometimes bullied. He preferred solitude, walking alone, speaking little. But beneath the silence was a brewing rage, a need to be seen, respected, and feared. As he drifted into adulthood, he fell into the wrong company. Small-time street crews who specialized in petty theft, pickpocketing, and intimidation. What began as minor crimes quickly escalated. Sniper wasn't just any recruit. He was fast, calculating, and bold. Stories spread of his ability to disappear after a robbery, outrunning even the most determined pursuers. He moved with precision, earning him his infamous nickname. Some said he chose the name himself, inspired by the idea of striking quickly, silently, and without warning. Others believed it was given to him by fellow criminals who admired his fearlessness. However, as his confidence grew, so did his criminal ambitions. Sniper transitioned from petty theft to high-risk robberies, often targeting shops, boda riders, and unsuspecting residents. He was known for his street cunning, planning escape routes, mapping out police patrol patterns, and manipulating younger boys into acting as lookouts. Soon, Nyeri residents began to whisper his name with caution. He was no longer just another troublemaker. He was becoming a street menace, unpredictable and increasingly violent. The turning point came when Sniper became involved in a series of bold robberies that rattled the town. CCTV footage captured a figure matching his description in several incidents. Masked, armed, and shockingly brazen. His operations grew more organized, almost military-like, and for the first time, police put his name on their priority list. Sniper was no longer operating under the radar. He was climbing the ranks of Nyeri's most wanted. But with notoriety comes pressure and betrayal. Within the criminal underworld, alliances are fragile. Sniper's growing fame created tension among his associates. Some envied him, others feared him. Rumors started circulating that he was planning to expand his control, cutting out partners and claiming entire territories for himself. These whispers eventually reached people who were not willing to let that happen. Meanwhile, police continued to close in. Officers studied his patterns and assembled intelligence networks, infiltrating circles he trusted. Sniper sensed the growing danger and became more paranoid, unpredictable, and ruthless. He would vanish for weeks, only to resurface with another robbery that sent shockwaves through the community. It was a dangerous game, one that could only end in two ways: arrest or death. What ultimately set Sniper on a collision course with fate was a robbery gone wrong. Eyewitnesses later recounted the chaos of that evening. Sniper and his accomplices had targeted a local business, expecting an easy hit. But things spiraled out of control. Someone resisted. Shots were fired. Panic erupted. And in the confusion, Sniper made a critical mistake. He left behind clues connecting him directly to the scene. For detectives who had been trailing him for months, this was the breakthrough they needed. Word of the police pursuit spread quickly. Nyeri residents, tired of living under fear, became more willing to share information. The walls were closing in, and Sniper knew it. In an attempt to escape, he sought help from people he once trusted, only to discover that loyalty in the world of crime is paper-thin. Some betrayed him to save themselves. Others leaked information hoping to gain police favor. The final showdown unfolded on a day that Nyeri will never forget. Authorities, acting on a tip-off, tracked Sniper to a hideout on the outskirts of town. Police.
Now, a man described as Central Region's most wanted criminal has been shot dead by police in Nyeri. Now, the suspect, Elias Karithi, was killed on Thursday night, bringing to an end a long search for a man who had caused the residents of Nyeri and Central Kenya sleepless nights. Melita Oletengis has that report.
Sniper was fatally wounded, marking the end of a criminal reign that had terrorized Nyeri for years. News of his death spread rapidly. Some welcomed it with relief, others with shock. For many young people, Sniper had become a twisted cautionary figure, a reminder of how fast street life can elevate someone and how swiftly it can destroy them. Community elders used his story as a warning, urging youth to avoid the same path. Even officers who had pursued him admitted that his intelligence and street awareness, if channeled differently, could have led him to a very different future. In the days that followed, Nyeri slowly returned to normal. Residents walked the streets with a newfound sense of safety. Businesses reopened, and nightfall no longer carried the same tension it once did. But the story of Sniper, the boy who became a feared street gangster, remains etched in the memories of many. His rise and fall serve as a stark reminder that though crime may seem glamorous to some, its end is always tragic, empty, and irreversible. If you found this story powerful and eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Your support helps the channel bring you more real-life crime stories and deep investigations.